Attorneys for three teens visit Horn Island. Vow defamation suits in Nolan Wells case. A new development is drawing attention in the Nolan Wells case, as attorneys representing three teenagers have reportedly visited Horn Island and are now signaling that legal action could be coming over allegations they say have unfairly damaged their clients' reputations. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're looking at what this latest development could mean, why the attorneys are considering defamation lawsuits, and how the case could develop from here. The latest development, according to the report behind today's story. Lawyers representing three teenagers connected to the Nolan Wells case made a visit to Horn Island as they continued examining the circumstances surrounding the case. The visit is significant because the legal team appears to be looking beyond the immediate allegations and focusing on how information about the teenagers has been discussed publicly. The attorneys have reportedly warned that defamation lawsuits could follow if false or damaging claims about their clients continue to circulate. That is a major escalation. A defamation claim generally centers on statements that are allegedly false and damaging to a person's reputation. However, whether a particular statement actually meets the legal requirements for defamation depends on the evidence, the circumstances in which the statement was made, and the applicable law. So at this stage, it is important to distinguish between allegations, public claims, and facts that have been established in court. Why Horn Island matters. The reported visit to Horn Island adds another layer to an already closely watched story. For attorneys, visiting an important location can help them better understand the environment, establish timelines, examine physical surroundings, and speak with people who may have relevant information. It can also allow a legal team to compare what has been reported publicly with what witnesses or other evidence may show. That doesn't necessarily mean that a lawsuit has already been filed. Instead, the attorneys' reported statements suggest that they are prepared to consider legal action if they believe their clients have been falsely portrayed, and that distinction is important. A threat to file a defamation lawsuit is not the same thing as an actual court filing. Whether a lawsuit eventually happens could depend on what evidence the attorneys obtain and whether the disputed statements meet the legal standard for defamation. The bigger picture, the Nolan Wells case has attracted attention because of the serious questions surrounding the teenagers and the events connected to the investigation. As public interest grows, social media and online discussions can move information extremely quickly, but speed can also create problems. Unverified claims can spread before investigators or courts have determined what actually happened. Once a person's name becomes connected to a major controversy, correcting misinformation can become extremely difficult. That is why the attorney's reported warning about possible defamation action is something worth watching. Their message appears to be that they intend to defend the reputations of their teenage clients and challenge claims they believe are inaccurate. What happens next? The next major question is whether the attorneys will take the matter to court or whether the threat of litigation will lead to corrections, retractions, or other changes in how the story is reported. If a lawsuit is filed, the legal process could bring additional evidence into the public record. But until that happens, viewers should be careful about treating accusations from either side as proven facts. The most important developments will likely come from official court documents, statements from attorneys, investigators, and other verifiable sources. For the families involved, the situation is undoubtedly serious. And because three teenagers are at the center of the attorneys' concerns, responsible reporting and careful language are especially important. So, the latest development is clear. Attorneys representing three teens connected to the Nolan Wells case have reportedly visited Horn Island and are warning that defamation lawsuits could be pursued over claims they believe have harmed their clients. But the legal story is still developing. As more evidence emerges and if formal legal action is filed, we could learn much more about the allegations, the defense being prepared, and the evidence surrounding the case. What do you think about this latest development? Do you think the attorneys should pursue legal action if they believe false claims have been made against their clients? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, please follow the channel, give this video a like, subscribe for more news updates, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.